What's good? Thank you for joining in, viewing in on the 2 cents, the 2 pennies podcast. I am your host, Nino. First of all, let me give praises to the man upstairs for waking me up, letting me survive another day, and let me get back to my little cubicle, my little loft, get back to my home, safe and sound, healthy, and appreciate him watching over me and watching over all of us and the blessings that he gives. People, please click that like button. I'm loving the subscriptions you're giving. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also I'd like to give a shout out to my fans, my followers, the people that steady are coming up to me with all kind of nice ideas, topics, interesting things. I appreciate you. Again, I could not be doing none of this without y'all. I need you people. I appreciate you people. Thank you on the comments, negative or positive. Thank you for your time. This topic was thrown at me by a little young female that is going to college, and when she was in high school, she and her boyfriend had been knowing each other for a long time, but they decided to go their separate ways because he was on one other thing where he wanted to get married, get a good job, nothing wrong with that, and get a home and start a house. Get a home and start a family right quick, where she wanted to try to go attend college and do her thing. But this is the title she chunked at me. You have to be delusional to be in love. Do you have to be delusional to be in love? Why do you have to be delusional to be in love? While love can be a powerful and often irrational emotion, it's not necessarily a delusion or a sign of mental illness. However, in some cases, extreme, persistent, fictitious beliefs involving being loved by someone else and it's not mutual is a symptom of erotomania. That is a symptom of erotomania. Again, let me say this again. While love can be a powerful and often irrational emotion, it's not necessarily a delusion, a sign of mental illness. However, in some cases, extreme persistence and fictitious beliefs being loved by someone else and it's not mutual is a symptom of erotomania. This is simply that you have a big Annie, or you're just in love with somebody that's really abstract. Your mind is just on a journey, and you see someone that you probably been attractive to, never even spoke to him, never even held a conversation with him, and if you did, it was on a friendly tip. But now your mind is caught up in this kind of frenzy where you're thinking that you and them, or you and him, or him and her where it's a man, or if it's a woman, or where it's a woman, if it's a man, any way it goes, you believe that y'all in a relationship. And that's very false. It can be no way, any way true. This is all abstract. This is something that your conscious and your mind is playing tricks on you. Because one thing, this is only what you think. If you and the other person was to get confronted or be asked, or y'all in a relationship, I guarantee you the other person probably would be like, what is going on? What are you talking about? I don't even know this person good enough to be in a relationship. We're barely friends. But see, erotomania is just a build up, or again, it's an illusion, or it's you having a delusion. It's a fictitious belief. It's something that's in your mind. It's something that you want. It's something that you are pushing, very persistent with it, but it couldn't be further from the truth. Let's give really a definition of what erotomania is. Make-believe fabrication of someone's imagination. If somebody's madly in love with you, yet there is no concrete evidence to support the claim. I'm talking about deeply madly in love with you. It can be a stranger or a celebrity. And the big thing about it is, it's not mutual. Again, erotomania. This is something that you have seen someone caught a crush on. And even a celebrity or this, an athlete, a stranger. Somebody that you found very attractive, but probably don't have enough in you to step to them and even start a conversation. And if you did, you're scared, or you're probably thinking that the rejection will hurt you so bad. So in your mind, you're going to build up this big old situation in your own head that not only that you met with the person, whether a man meets with a woman or whether a woman meets with a man, and when y'all met, y'all hit it off and y'all now are in a relationship. But again, erotomania is just nothing but a big fabrication. It's not true. It's, as said, it's a delusion. It's something that one person wants and the other person having the slightest idea what's going on. Erotomania can be like you be at a football game and you see this female that she got it going on. She fills all the boxes. She's attractive, she's cute, pretty. She's pretty witty and smart. She's ambitious. And basically, you have held a conversation with her, but you are in a group and you hear her talking to everybody else. And now, in your mind, this done went all kind of levels like, okay, I just don't want to step to her and get to know her. This is my lady. This is who I want to be with. We are in now a full-blown relationship. And that's not true. See, your mind, again, is going crazy because the love part has taken over all your senses. It has taken over all your senses. You have an irrational emotion. You're jumping the gun. It can be further from the concrete facts. You're just talking to this lady. This lady doesn't even have a slight idea really who you are on the friendship tip. Barely this conversation with you, or conversating with you. So definitely not enough to be in a relationship with you, but in your mind, not only are y'all in a relationship, y'all are a couple, probably finna get married and spend the rest of your life together. Delusionships. Let me repeat that again. Delusionships. The romantic tantrums only operated in one's mental imagination, involving a fantasy and idolizing about a relationship. In your mind, you got it all set up. You have met the person where a woman meets man, a man meets woman. Y'all have got married. This is who you love. This is who you're going to spend your life with. This is who you have to have. But you got to remember, through all these delusions and all these different characteristics and habits that you can get in delusional love, you don't want to come off as a stalker. You don't want to come off as too much of a harassment. You don't want to come off as a weirdo. Because remember, you are only going through this. Basically, it's one person that's really struggling against themselves. Because one person is madly in love or madly has mad admiration for another person. And again, the person that you're having all this admiration and love for doesn't have an idea what's going on. It takes two to tango. They not all aboard with it. They keeping it basically a friendship, or they just being mutual. But you have just totally went overboard, and now you're just head over heels about this woman. A man is head over heels, or a woman is head over heels about this man. However you want to spin it. However you want to spin it. But do you have to be delusional to be in love? No. You can be cool. Yes, people be delusional to be in love, but you can just be cool because, for one thing, you're supposed to start out as a friendship. See, you can love somebody, and basically you have to love somebody before you fall in love. Because we all know in love is more deeper than loving somebody. If you get to the point of in love, then I would really think it would have to be a mutual thing. It would have to be two parties that are in agreement with this. Other mental conditions. Erotomania, delusions, can be a symptom of various mental disorders like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. It can be set off by substance abuse, even behind-the-counter medication abuse dependencies. It's funny why I just seen this, while so many things, habits, negative or bad, always have drugs to assist the madness that it occurs with it. You know what I'm saying? But erotomania can be schizophrenic, where you can be almost where it's unbearable. You can have bipolar disorder, where you're hot and cold. You cool one moment, but then the emotions get to going through, and now you have turned just that quick. You came into room nice and calm, but within 5 seconds, you done turned up like a flame. You done got heated. I mean, moves are swinging just like a kid swing on a swing set. You can't control them because you get delusional, schizophrenic. You know, the love has you going a crazy way. But see, what's crazy about the love and the delusions is you're battling against your own self. You don't have to be delusional to be in love. A lot of times, love, to get in love, takes step by step, which the first step is get to know his friends. The second step is, let's go out and start dating. The third step is, let's gain trust. The fourth step is, okay, once I trust you, then maybe some of the barriers can come down. But you have to go step by step. Now, people have been delusional, again, because the facts are shown here. People have been delusional to be in love because they haven't had love like this before. They haven't been swept off their feet. They haven't been, taken to places and they are doing drastic measures, or they haven't went through depths of love and emotions that they have all suddenly came up against because they are in love. And love is something serious. Love is one thing, but in love is something else. That's why they both differentiate. In love and love. They are two different things. And so many people have it really messed up, or have it so off key or off slate about, well, love and in love is the same thing. It's not even close. You can love your friend, but when you're in love with somebody, that's basically yours. That's who you want to be intimate with. That's who you want to share all your secrets with. That's who, it's just you and them when you're in love. When you're in love, that's when all your barriers again come down. everything that you have put up and your defenses as far as a woman and also a man. Now they have been, they have went down because now you're in love. And I believe once you're in love, the comfortability also gets a lot better. Healthy love versus delusional love. And it's a difference. Let me repeat this again. Healthy love versus delusional love. Healthy love is practiced by mutual affection, respect, and understanding. Well-being and understanding. Delusional love is often characterized as one being a fantasy, a fantasized, conscious beliefs, somewhat obsessive, and lack of factual expectations. See, delusional love is how you want it, without all the pain, without any kind of, well, we're going to set standards right here, we're going to wait. Everything else is just all bets are off. Delusional love. This is what I want to do. This is my love. This is my fantasy. If I'm asleep, don't wake me up. This is my dream. This dream is great. I want to love this person this way. I want this person to love me this way. But healthy love is practiced by mutual respect and understanding. Get to know. See, that's steps 2. Take your time. Go out. Be around each other. Talk out things. See each other common likes and dislikes. Do's and don'ts. Understanding. Very patient. A lot of delusional love it's a fantasy. Erotomania, which means erotic. So now the fantasy is, I believe, comes with lust. Now you just want to jump the gun. You don't want to take your time and wait. You want to fantasize about, you're Juliet and now you done met your Romeo, and now you want to go off into the sunset, make love, have it all figured out, but have it all on your time. This is what you do. Your game plan is laid out. It's the one that's in love, but delusional in love. But again, I believe it's a 50-50 thing about, yes, you have to be delusional to be in love, but no, you don't have to be delusional to be in love, because some people are delusional in love. You can't tell them nothing. They're going to go by any means necessary. They're going to do weird things. They're going to be watching, sitting in the car, calling the person they love 2 or 3 times, calling and hanging up, doing things that only people would say that is somewhat borderline weird things, all kind of things, figuring out what they eat, just straight things that if you take your time and in love or get to know somebody and practice healthy love, then you will see where it'll balance out better. But again, do you have to be delusional to be in love? You can, but also you don't have to be. It's a catch-22 on both sides. But still, I think more people would really want the healthy love, because, see, a lot of the delusional love is much more frantic, much more scary, and much more nerve-wracking and stressful, because, you don't know where it's going to come from. It's very uncommon, but it does happen. delusional in love. If delusional love is a self-situation or a friend or a colleague suffers from this problem, it's vital to get help, treatment, social support by one's friends or peeps, or therapy from a practitioner, a licensed practitioner. But also, you need your friends to help. Somebody within that immediate loop or circle of the one that's delusional need to pull him or her to the side. If it's either one or two, sit down, grasp them, grasp their attention, and tell them, hey, this is not healthy. Don't do this. You don't have to do this. Because a lot of times I believe people that are delusional to be in love, they are very attractive and they are solid people. It's just that they may be, when they growed up, they wasn't, they didn't have a lot of relationships. And so now they come across that one person that all their dreams and hopes and all their fantasies, again, check all the boxes. So now they love me. But yes, get your support, your social support for the treatment. Go to a therapist or a practitioner, and also your friends and your peers will be a very, they will show a lot of common help in trying to get you past this. Because it can be treatment for you, and the treatment can get you back well, but then we don't want it to get out of control. In closing, love is certainly a powerful emotion. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Love is very powerful because that's what people do. The hardest person, the most stubborn person, the most shy human being still is going to have love in their heart. You're going to have love and show emotions one way or another, whether they show it around you or they by themselves. They're going to have love because love is abundance. It's everywhere. So you got to have love, but often being obsessive, have to be able to differentiate between both healthy love and delusional love. Healthy love, again, understand and respect, taking your time, going step by step, getting to know each other, go out on dates, common hobbies, common likes, things they like to do, talk on the phone, very patient. Delusional love, fantasy, somewhat borderline word things, can be obsessive. I believe it can even be, again, a notch away from being harassing. Because see, when you're delusional, you're not going to take no for an answer because you already got it in your mind. You're not going to, even though you're hearing no, and the one that you're delusional in love with doesn't feel the same, in your mind, you think that they're really in love with you, but they're not. So you're not taking no for an answer. You're going to do things that's off the wall. I mean, constantly off the wall. You're going to continue to be very persistent in pursuit without any kind of notion of respect or any kind of notion of, okay, I know this is a little bit sideways, and this is not how everybody else do it. But again, love is emotion, and emotions come from one's mind, and we all don't know how one's mind goes, but this is what we do know about one's mind. All minds are different. Nobody's mind is really the same. So whether it's healthy love or delusional love, everybody gonna accept, or everybody is gonna attempt to come or do the delusional way. But basically, while they doing it the delusional way, they thinking it's the healthy way. Do you have to be delusional to be in love? No, but then yes, because I'm telling you why. No, you don't have to be, but yes, it has been done, because if it wouldn't, the topic wouldn't even be spoken about, or the topic wouldn't even came and said, let's discuss this. Do you have to be delusional to be in love? 2 pennies, 2 cents, my podcast,